Mr. Secretary, I am a lawyer.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I know. And that is why I'm asking you this. The question is, why is it that only 3 regions got this amount? What about the other regions? Mr. Secretary, may I ask directly if in the 2023 budget there were deletions or insertions?
Your Honor,
Yes or no, Mr. Secretary? That's answerable by yes or no.
deletions under the National Expenditure Program, Your Honor?
No. Under the GA of
Under the-
2023, are there deletions or insertions?
There are additions and deletions, Your Honor,
There are deletions and insertions.
and insertions.
Okay. Next question. Are there multiple entries in the GA of 2023?
There had been multiple entries, Your Honor.
Okay, yes. Now, lump sums are of 2 kinds insofar as the budget is concerned. One is legal, the other is not legal, pursuant to the Supreme Court decision of the BILY0NES case. Now, may I know if there are legal or there are lump sums which are not in accordance with the Constitution or with the decision of the Supreme Court in the BILY0NES case in the 2023 budget?
Your Honor, I would not be in a position probably to say whether it is legal or illegal because this is a product of the product of Congress actually in the final allocation of the
Mr.
General
Secretary, I'm
Appropriations
not
Act.
asking for your explanation. You have lawyers with you and you have your chief legal officer. You can ask him, please. Are there lump sums which are not considered legal insofar as the BILY0NES case is concerned in the 2023 budget?
Your Honor, Your Honor, the General Appropriations Act is a law, and we have to adopt it as it is, Your Honor. And
Mr. Secretary, I am a lawyer.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I know. And that is why I'm asking you this. If there are lump sums in the 2023 budget that are considered not in accordance with the decision on the PDAF case or known as the BILY0NES case, yun lang po ang tinatanong ko, Mr. Secretary.
Your Honor, I would not be in a position, Your Honor, to say whether there are legal or illegal provisions in the General Appropriations Act, Your Honor.
Do you have your legal officer with you, Mr. Secretary?
We can ask our legal officers, but this has to be scrutinized, actually, Your Honor, if you can...
Can I get an answer from you before the budget hearing, before the plenary hearing of your budget?
Your Honor, yes.
Okay. Now, in the 2024 budget, may I know if there are multiple entries? Can you guarantee that there are no multiple entries insofar as the 2024 budget is concerned?
Under the National Expenditure Program that we have allocated for
Yes,
it.
NEP. Are there? Kasi kayo po ang gumawa nito eh. Kayo ang nag-recommend sa DBM. So I'm asking whether there are multiple entries again in the 2024 budget.
Your Honor, I can only answer for what we have prepared under the National Expenditure Program that is allocated for each...
It's your budget, Mr. Secretary,
Yes,
and
Your
you
Honor.
should know. You have your USEC there in charge of planning. She should be the one to answer this.
Meron daw, sir. Meron. Pero we ko correct natin.
Meron ba?
Kayo po ang nag-recommenda nito sa DBM, yung budget po ninyo.
pero iniira.
para masali sa NEP?
I-correct.
Alam ko naman yung budget cycle eh.
Yes, Your Honor, I was informed that there are,
There are multiple entries.
yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Yes. Are there also lump sums?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Now, may I know what is the criteria of the Dpwh in allocating the regional allocation of the expenditure program of 822,200? Yun po ba?
Yes, Your Honor. We have a formula that we have adopted in the allocation of the allocable amount for each legislative district, Your Honor, using a parametric formula that includes 7 parameters, as I have explained a little earlier.
May I know the first 3 parameters?
The parameters that are being used in the parametric formula includes land area, population, regional GDP, vulnerability to calamities, historical budget allocation for the last 6 years, and absorptive capacity, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. There are inequities in the allocation of funds, which are prevalent for various programs and sub-programs in your NEP. For instance, 26.3 billion or 45.1% of the 58.4 billion budget for construction of bypass and diversion roads. Sub-program will go to 3 regions only. And these 3 regions are namely Region 11 with 10.7 billion, Region 4A with 8.5 billion, and Region 10 with 7.1 billion. Why is this so? Are the different regions not entitled to this also?
Your Honor, I suppose that this allocation form parts of the allocable amount.
Yeah, that is not the issue I'm presenting, Mr. Secretary. Ito bang 58.4 billion budget for construction of bypass and diversion roads would go only to 3 regions? How about the other regions? Are they not also entitled to a part of this?
I'd just like to find out, actually, Your Honor, if the 58 billion is a lump sum amount that has been allocated or part of the allocable amount of each of the legislative district. Because I suppose that I don't recall that we have a lump sum amount for the development of bypasses not included into the legislative district allocation, Your Honor.
Can I please ask you, Sec. Cathy, is there no amount in your budget for 2024 of 58.4 billion for construction of bypass and diversion roads? Is there an amount or none?
There is an amount
Yes,
allocated
there
for
is an amount.
bypasses and diversion roads, Mr.
Mr. Secretary, there is an amount. My question is, why is it that only 3 regions got this amount? What about the other regions?
Your Honor, we would like to verify but certainly to my recollection, this is not an allocable amount, Your Honor, that we have specifically allocated for Region 3 and the other regions. It must have formed part of their priority projects.
Then,
Your
may I ask you, Sec. Cathy, if this amount was not divided into the 3 regions, kayo po sumagot, Sec. Cathy, kasi kayo po ang in charge ng planning eh.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Yun pong ating O1 o yung national
No,
road
ang tanong ko, sagutin po niyo yung tanong ko.
yes,
Was
Mr.
this
Chair.
amount divided?
Hindi po divided siya as in divided.
No,
But
I said the 58.4 billion
Yes.
budget for construction of bypass and diversion roads will go to 3 regions only, namely Region 11 with 10.7 billion, Region 4A with 8.5 billion, and Region 10 with 7.1 billion. Is that true? Yes
can
or
you
no?
allow us
Yes or no?
to-
Is that true?
can
Yes or no?
you give us
Kung
time,
no-
sir? Because hindi po ata accurate na 3 lang ang region. No. No po. Galing po sa data, hindi po 3 region lang yun makakatanggap nung bypass.
Sino po yung nagsagot ng no? Kasi pag verify ko ito doon sa inyong talagang kwan, and I will get back to you doon sa plenary.
Okay po. Yes, Your Honor.
It's not true.
That only 3 regions will...
Siguruhin mo.
I am now being given the information that it's not only 3 regions that those bypasses and diversion roads are going to get in the 2024.
Before anything else, the chair would like to remind our colleague that
Okay.
the time is up and
actually-
for him to wrap up.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
thank you.
the bypasses and diversion routes budget in 2024 NEP of Dpwh is regions 1, 2, 3, 4A, 4B, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 will get their share of the allocation for the
Yes.
bypass and diversion routes.
Now, which region got the highest? The first 3.
Region 11 has the highest because they have a long diversion, ongoing diversion roads that are...
Second,
been-
followed by
The second is...
Region 4A,
Region 4A
Yes.
is the second.
and next Region 10.
And Region 10.
Yes.
But again, Your Honor, those are not the only regions that receive an allocation under the bypasses and diversion routes, under the
Thank-
001, Mr. Chair.
Thank you,
Your Honor.
Madam Yusek. For my last question for the first round, Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
may I ask if there's a 32.2 billion budget for road widening of national roads?
Have a program, Your Honor, for the road widening of the national roads.
Yes, 32.2 billion.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And almost one half of that will be for Region 8 with 4.5 billion, Region 7 with 3.8 billion, Region 5 with 3.5 billion, and Region 12 with 3.3 billion. Tama po ba yan?
Well, I have to, let me read, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. Region 5 primary road widening, because we have primary and secondary and tertiary road widening. So, and I have to add 2.6 billion for Region 5 for the primary road, another 770 million for the secondary, and another 102 million for the tertiary roads for Region 5 only.
Hindi po tayo, magtutugma po tayo dahil yung aking data ay galing din po sa NEP eh.